President Biden had a chance to speak this morning with Prime Minister Netanyahu. The President and the Prime Minister discussed ongoing efforts to secure the release of all remaining hostages that are being held by Hamas. The two leaders also reviewed the situation in Gaza and the shift to targeted operations that will enable the flow of increasing amounts of humanitarian assistance while keeping the military pressure on Hamas and its leaders significant. The President welcomed the decision from the government of Israel to permit the shipment of flour for the Palestinian people directly through Ashdod port, while our teams are separately working on options for more direct maritime delivery of assistance into Gaza. The President also discussed recent progress in ensuring the Palestinian Authority's revenues are available to pay salaries, including for the Palestinian security forces in the West Bank. The President also discussed Israel's responsibility, even as it maintains military pressure on Hamas and its leaders, to reduce civilian harm and to protect the innocents. The President also discussed his vision for a more durable peace and security for Israel, fully integrated within the region, and a two-state solution with Israel's security guaranteed. On the modalities of the call and the frequencies, as I've said before, they will talk as appropriate. This was deemed by both leaders as the best opportunity for yet another call, Colleen, and I have no doubt that there'll be additional calls going forward, clearly. The President still believes in the promise and the possibility of a two-state solution. He recognizes that's going to take a lot of hard work. It's going to take a lot of leadership there in the region, particularly, on both sides of the issue. And the United States stands firmly committed to eventually seeing that outcome right now. And we're talking to them actively about post-conflict Gaza and what governance there needs to look like, and the importance of an independent Palestinian state for long-term security, not just for the Palestinian people, but for the Israeli people as well. Currently, of course, we're rightly focused, as I said in the opening statement, on making sure Israel has what it continues to have what it needs to defend itself. We're not going to agree on everything. We've said that. And good friends and allies can have those kinds of candid, forthright discussions, and we do. It's not going to change the President's view that the best long-term solution for regional security, particularly the security of the Israeli people, is a free and independent Palestinian state that can live in peace and security with, and this is an important caveat, with Israel's security also guaranteed. He still believes in that, and we're going to continue to talk to our Israeli counterparts. This isn't about, trying to twist somebody's arm or force a change in their thinking. Prime Minister Netanyahu has made clear his concerns about that. President Biden has made clear his strong conviction that a two-state solution is still the right path ahead, and we're going to continue to make that case.
So what is the overlap there? I guess, when the two leaders are having a conversation like their phone call today, what is it that the Prime Minister is saying to the President to indicate that that gap can be bridged?
I won't get into the Prime Minister's side of the conversation. I think that's better for his staff to speak to. All I can tell you is that the President reiterated his strong conviction in the viability of a two-state solution, understanding, of course, that we're not going to get there tomorrow, that there's an active conflict going on, and that we want to make sure Israel has what it needs to defend itself. But as we're talking about post-conflict Gaza, and we have been now for many, many weeks, you can't do that without also talking about the aspirations of the Palestinian people and what that needs to look like for them. So we're going to continue to have those conversations.